Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lubelska Dolina for episode 44 in the Adventures of Feldkorp. Good evening everyone. You find us here now on very late on the first day of summer, carrying on from the previous episode. We did do a number of contracts, and right now we are down here at the BGA with a couple of loads of stuff to offload. Am I on the correct tip side? I am not. There we go. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we've got a load of manure from the old pigs there, that's going in. And we also have a 15,000 litres of sugar beet as well. We figured we'd plot that down here, so that should work out pretty nice. Price-wise, it's going to be about... we should get about 15 grand, I'd say, from this. Because if we check the price list, sugar beet are currently 341 at the BGA, and manure is 720, so we'll be getting a bit over a grand for every 1,000 litres rather. So we should get about 16, 17 grand at least, I would think, which is good. That is going to progress nicely, get us a little bit of digestate. Also, before I press the wrong button, in fact, let's see, we were going to look at contracts as well. These were all the contracts that we busied ourselves doing previously, so we can cash all those in now as well. So, yeah, got a tidy sum from those fertilising contracts, which is magnificent. So yeah, we are going to head back up to the farm, have a bit of a snooze, and then pick it up again in the morning whenever something exciting happens. And I'm hoping that we are going to be doing some harvesting of some sort tomorrow. There's a few things that are on their last stage of growth, and also we are just getting into the harvest window for them as well, so fingers crossed we'll be doing something fun with the harvesters tomorrow. But I shall see you again in the morning. Well, good morning everyone. As you can see, it is now day 2 midsummer. We're just coming up 8:45, and we are going to investigate our lovely field of lucerne. Now, it did rain overnight, so the ground is a little bit on the damp side. However, I believe we can still mow this in the damp. At least I'm hoping we can mow this, so let's have a look. This is a smashing looking crop. It's basically just a sort of grass type crop, as the game considers it, but it looks fantastic. What's not to like about that? That just looks fantastic. Let's hop up on the roof of this and have a good look at it. Yeah, does that not look pretty? Alright, let's hop back down and get in this thing. Actually, no, we don't need to get in it just yet. We need to detach the header so we can see what we are going to do. Now, I don't think we crush this if we drive on it, but I'm not sure. Because yeah, it should technically be a grass. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. That's good to know for future purposes. But hopefully I've gone forwards far enough that this is not going to be too big of an issue. Can we hook it up? No, too far off. Yeah, I'm getting caught out because this thing's steering from the back end. Oops. There we go. Lift it up. And fold away the mechanism. No. Oh, maybe I have to attach the hose first. Now we can fold it up. Okay, lovely. And let's see how this goes. Now this should, like I say, it should just mow straight as a grass crop, and then we can hopefully pop it in the bunga silo. So let's give it a go and see what happens. Ah, there we go, we are mowing it. Lovely. And we also have a handy dandy new pickup attachment for our, what do you call it? The forage wagon, not forage wagon, forage harvester that we've got in the biogas plant. It's a very nice little 3-metre pickup that should hopefully collect all of that without too much issue. So let's see what we do. Now we'll get to the top of this. This really is a glorious looking field, isn't it? Yeah, lovely stuff. And this mower is doing quite well. I'm very happy with it. Don't hit the pole. Lovely. Now I think technically we could have used the whole crop header, I suppose it is, on the other machine, but I figure since this is what do you call it? It's a grass that we can mow. Then if we mow it with this thing, and it's a big long field too. The other little field that we did the last time, the corn, which is now corn, that was a lot smaller as well, so that wasn't so bad. But, you know, we've got this mower here, so we might as well use it. Lovely. Now, I think this is showing up as just like a dark grass, because it's damp. That would be my assumption there, because I believe you can bale this and possibly ted it as well. But I'm not 100% sure. Either way, we're going to pick it up and chuck it in the BGA, either into the bunker silo there if it'll take it, or we'll pop it into the what's that thing? The one next to it. Oh, we've got a big patch of didn't germinate there. Oh, a couple of them. That's rude. Oh well, not to worry. Okay. I think we mowed a little bit of the grass there as well. Whoops. Okay. Give us a little bit of a headland now, and we should be able to get this in, what, 3 passes, I'm guessing? Maybe 4. Yeah, it's going to be close. But while we are going up here, let's have a quick look at the map. Because if I go over to grown, we have a lot of fields to harvest up here now. We've got the cash crop barley there. We've got wheat and I believe 2 canola fields up here that we can harvest. So we have a lot of harvesting and mowing work ahead of us. But I think we'd start out on this one because this is something different. I'd kind of been wanting to do some lucerne for a while. Yeah, like I say, I know it's just basically a grass crop, but it looks so cool. It's nice to do something colourful. We may even keep this field as lucerne. I'm not sure if it grows back, or if you have to replant it and everything. Obviously, we do need to. What's the thing called that we need to do to it? Do the scan on it. Like take soil samples and whatnot, and then obviously fertilise and lime and everything. So we'll have to get on that and make sure that's all done. Yeah, I think we'll have to do one line back down, maybe like a tiny little strip of odds and ends that we miss, but that's fine. But oh, interesting. There's a weird depression there. A bit of a sinkhole, I guess. Was not expecting to find that under all this sort of lilac-y purple colour, I guess. I don't know. If anyone knows what colour this is, do please tell me in the comments. I'm going with a kind of a lilac-y purple. But yeah, my eyes are not the best when it comes to the colour. So we won't talk too much about that. Alright, on to the last strip here. So yeah, looks like today is going to be a big day of harvesting. Hopefully, once the what do you call it, has the ground has dried out, obviously. So we are going to need to let that happen. Fortunately, this being a grass, then it's not quite as bad. But yeah, I figured we ought to. Since we could do this, we could start this now, and then we don't have to wait for everything to dry out properly, which is nice. And we can get this all seeded back in. Might consider taking out that little line in the middle of the path, so it is actually a path through the field, not a sort of like weird track of lines like someone just drove through the field. We'll worry about that another day. That is a future us problem. Okay, last little bit here, and we can get the picker-upper out. So I should just run down here, get this back into the BGA stored away, and get the other thing over here and start collecting. Alright, here we are, just coming down to the thing here. Field again in our little portrait wagon. We are going to start just here on the field to make sure that we are picking up the correct stuff. Because that does look like, you can see the little flecks of purple in there. The only reason for doing this is I'm a tad bit concerned we caught some grass on the way in, which I think that is. So rather than picking up grass first and getting it all wrong and totally ruining everything, I figure we'll just get in here and start from in the middle. Well, not in the middle exactly, but yep, there we go, Lucerne windrow. That is what we are picking up. Lovely. Okay, cool. Aha, I think that is a tiny spot of grass there. Possibly. Oh, maybe not. Lovely, okay. Just need to try and get straight down here. I don't think we... Oh, we did miss a little bit. Okay, we can fix that. Just back up here quick. Lovely. Okay. Well, now it's just a case of collecting it, and, hello. Why is that not collecting it? Did I run over... Oh, I bet I run over some grass. Okay. Oh, I know there's a way to get around this. I think it involves dropping the header and picking it up again, possibly. Ah, there we go. Is that going to do it? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think we ran over a bit of grass back there and it sort of ruined it a bit. That's awkward. So we will have to be careful. And if we leave this field here, then we may well like keep it as what's this stuff? Lucerne. If we keep it as Lucerne, then we may have to just cut out some of the grass around the margins there, just for safety purposes. Because the last thing we need to do is get a bit of grass lodged in the header there and completely ruin everything. Or at least maybe down the bottom end or the top end where we start, because we are getting a fairly good yield off this, considering we haven't prepped or done anything to the field, so that's exciting. That is not too bad, and plus it is a big field as well, I suppose. But even so, we're struggling to get up the hill here, though. I see that. Come on, little fortune, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. Yeah, this is definitely a steeper than expected part. There we go, I think we've crested the steep bit. Lovely. No, not quite. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Lovely. Okay. Let's catch this little bit in there. Okay, turn it off for a minute. God dear, yeah, this is having a wee bit of an issue, isn't it? But that's okay. You know, we can work with what we've got for now. And I think we can deal with this. If something does pop up in the thingam, what do you call that? Sales, that is good for us, then we'll certainly. God, I'm doing this all wrong, aren't I? Hang on a minute. What is going on here? Let's just do a quick circle on the road. There's no one coming. Well, there is now, but he can wait. I'm making a right pig zero of this. Okay, there we go. Lovely. Yeah, we should get quite a nice little lot off of this. Yes. Okay. Let's head back down this side. Oh, I think I missed a tiny bit there. We'll get this one load filled up in here, and yeah, and then take it over to the thing, and then I'll get the rest of it done, and see you back up at the farm somewhere once we have achieved dryness in the crops. Oh, I'm all off target here. That's the one thing I did notice about this, is it's slightly all off-centered, being an older piece of kit, which sometimes can throw you. Lovely, but yeah, we should hit that 100% capacity very quickly. Very quickly indeed. There we go. Now, looking at what we've got left here, I rather suspect we are going to end up with at least 2 full loads, possibly a bit more. So yeah, I shall get this plonked into the old BGA there, and we'll get a bit more done, a bit more filled in, and I shall see you back up at the farm once we're ready to start harvesting, I think. Alrighty, we are back a little bit earlier than expected, partly because we had to come over here and unload, but specifically while we were unloading, oh yeah, well, what happened was we can't put the lucerne in the bunker silo, but we can put it directly into the BGA, so that is processing now, and this is our second full load. But the reason we come back now is because oh, bum, it's full. Okay, well, that gives us a minute to take a break. But something popped up in the classifieds. So if we pop over here and have a look, this little beastie has popped up. It's about 40% off, I would say. It's like $80,000 cheaper than usual, which is not bad. Yeah, there you go, you save 79 and change. So that's a pretty good deal. And it's a Rostel mesh one, so it goes with the mower we've got. Since we're just about finished with this job, we're not going to specifically need it for what we're doing now, so that gives us a bit of time to make some money back up, and then get the headers and whatnot for it as well. So, you know, we had a chat with the family while we were picking up the last, or finishing off that load, and they said go for it, because that is going to greatly improve things in the long run. So we are going to purchase that now. It's 141,000, which is not a small amount of money, but we are still doing fairly well in the bank department. We are up to, still at 236 grand, so that's not too bad. We should be able to get another 5,000-ish litres in here. Okay, Right, well, we shall... Oops, I forgot to lower the ramp before I just mercilessly drove off it. There we go. So yeah, I'll go finish this, and then we'll see you back up at the farm once drying weather, or once the weather has, the sun or whatever has dried out the other crops, so we can get to harvesting those. Okay, we are now back up at the farm after all the fun and games with the lucerne there. We ended up with, I want to say, about 2.5 full-size trailers, or 2.5, yeah, something like that. I've gone around the wrong side, haven't I? Let's get in there. There we go. And I got in the wrong blooming thing. Nobody saw that. That's all good. Yes, so yeah, we ended up with about 2.5 trailer loads of lucerne, all told, all said and done, which is not bad at all. Just got to get out of that tiny little area we've got ourselves wedged into, and let's close the gates after we get the thing far enough out of the way so that we don't lose the chickens. That would be awkward because they are making lots of nice eggs for us. But yes, so where was I? Oh yeah, we got the stuff done, and yeah, we bought that Rostal Mash forage harvester, which was very nice. And now, 20 minutes to 2 in the afternoon, the ground is finally dry. So we are going to get on with the harvesting. Now, in that time, also, we got in touch with one of the local sort of mechanics and sort of farm equipment bods around here, and they've managed to do us a solid and sort out our baler. So it now has, let's see, it does better compression, and they've managed to adjust the sort of variable bale size thing. So it hasn't changed a lot, but it has actually increased the size of the bales that we can make, which is lovely. Did I just fold? I just folded that up. Oops. And yeah, it's increased the size of the bales, basically, or the capacity of the bales, more so than the size. So the bales that we can now make off of like straw and stuff. In fact, let me make sure we are spreading the straw. Now that I think about it, good thing I did, and I can never remember the button for doing that. So. Yes, so we're up here doing our... Now this is just going to be a cash crop of barley because we don't know the fertilising state on this one. So we are just going to cash crop it for now. Mainly because, you know, like I say, we don't know the fertiliser state of it. We may feed some to the chickens because they're not specifically organic. It was mainly the pigs we were going for with that, but it depends on how much wheat we get as well, because if we get a really good wheat yield, then we may well feed them some of that and sell this, because obviously the more money we can get, the better. Not gonna complain about money. Oh, there's another lovely lucerne field up here. I had no idea. Very pretty crop that. Oops, and I'm driving all into it. At some point we may look at, I could do a little headland along here, I suppose. Yes, I was looking at some point maybe of upgrading this as well. It depends on what comes on the market. Obviously we're not in a drastic need for a larger combine at the moment now, which is good. We just have to work with what we've got. Or we can work with what we've got, I should say. It's a good size, and it doesn't need, it's not like a little tiny small combine like we had before. This one's got, I think we can still upgrade this a little bit as well, and it's certainly got some good capacity and size and horsepower and stuff, and we've got this rather nice Cressoni header on it, which is good. But you never know, if something else comes up cheap while we've got the money, it's not going to hurt to pay for that, to buy an upgrade of some sort, because you just never know. and obviously we can get a little bit back for selling this if we find anything worthwhile. But yeah, we're not going to worry about that too much. Just it's one of the next things to do to help advance the family's farm and get them really working solidly. So yeah, pretty much I'm going to carry on with this. We've got this barley field to do. We've got a small wheat field just on the other side of the pigs there, and the place that makes wool. Not makes wool, spinnery. Yeah, so we've got a fair bit of stuff we can be getting on with. So we'll probably do a little bit of a montage here. So obviously we do need to bale this straw and get it sold as well. Again, we can't keep this for the pigs because it's not certified organic, because of the potential fertilizers, herbicides and stuff, chemicals that we used on it. Which, you know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, just that the pigs that we are working with here are specifically organic. That's the thing with them. So that's all that is there. But that's not a bad thing. You know, we'll get some straw bales, and now with the increased thing on the bales, then if I was on the right tool, that would help. There we go. Yeah, we can make some larger bales, so they should be a little bit easier to transport and sell now as well, capacity wise. So that's always a good thing. And we are about to be full as well. I should have gone down the other line, not this one. That figures. Is it 7,000? There we go. Okay, let's back out of here and pop out the old pipe. Did I get... No, I didn't even get down to the end of this thing, did I? That figures. Well, if we leave that there, run out and grab the KAMAZ lorry quick, and continue on with our harvest. And once we are done, yeah, we'll have a little bit of a montage, I think, because we've got a lot of harvesting to do. Got this field here, then the 2 canola fields up there, and not to mention potential contracts as well, depending on what's going with the contracts. We might do a few of them. I'm going to run into that fence there and get stuck. The trailer is still connected, lovely. And we are going to get up there, unload the harvester, and continue on. And so yeah, we'll catch up once it is all complete. We see where we are sitting at the end of the day.
Time is passing by so fast. I don't know if this can last. All I wanna do is win this race against the chill of time's embrace.
There you have it, everyone. That is all our harvesting completed for today, and we did fairly well out of it. We'll stop here in just a second and have a quick look. we are obviously down at the BGA here, but we shall look at that in just a second. So, where are we? Yes, here we are. We ended up getting about just over 8,000 litres of wheat off that small wheat field. About, I think it was 30,000, or just over 31,000 litres of barley off of the field by the spinnery that we bought. So that's sitting in storage, and we also got just over 30,500 litres of canola, which is really, really good. So we've got a bit of a start there on making some more pig food, so that's good. We've still got some corn left over, a little bit of soybean, but I'm thinking if we can maybe plant some of that for next year, and we might be okay. But yeah, that all worked out fairly well. Now, as you can see here, we've got a trailer full of silage bales. These are, if I get my little handheld jobby out, scanner says 4,000 litres of silage, and we've got 3, 6, 10, 14 of them, which is really good. So we are just going to basically plonk these in the BGA as our last job of the day. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get to do any harvesting contracts yet. I say yet because what happened was, we have detached that, lovely. Where are we? Yeah, let's go forwards. And, wrong mode. Okay, yeah, basically what happened was, all the fields, the farmers were obviously out doing their thing, and everything basically went from being harvestable to being harvested. They literally did it all without us, which is cool. That's not a bad thing. Yeah, not complaining about that at all. Yeah, it would have been nice to have been able to help out, but we were busy doing family stuff. Oh yeah, we did sell the straw bales off of the barley field, as you saw as well. A little bit of money, not a... Ooh, crumbs, that's gone a bit wrong. Not a great deal of money, obviously, because it is just straw. But, you know, every little bit helps. So that's good. And the straw we got off the wheat field we did save, because that is organic straw, so we can use that in our pigs, in the pig factory that we have going on there. So that's good. But for now, I'm going to continue loading these into the biogas plant. We're coming up on 200,000 litres of digestate again, so when the price comes up we may consider selling some more, which will be good. And yeah, so if you've enjoyed whatever this was, then please give us a like and hit the old subscribe button too if you haven't already. It all helps with the numbers there, and comments are always welcomed, and sharing this video would be greatly appreciated. All the shares, the likes, the comments, it all helps with YouTube's search metrics and display metrics and stuff. So the more activity we can get on the channel, the more we can grow, and that is a good thing. So yeah, I do hope you've all enjoyed this, and I hope to see you all again next time when we continue on. And yeah, I think we are getting very close to paying off that debt now. We shall see. Cheerio, everyone.